I'm delighted now to be joined by the IACP's incoming president, Richard Beary. Richard, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us today. I imagine everyone wants a piece of you.
It's a busy time. As you're coming in to be president, you find out you have a lot more friends than you ever realized that you have, especially when you're a host agency and they didn't get a hotel reservation till the last minute. So it's pretty amazing.
So tell us a little bit, as I understand it, it's the first time where a university police chief has become president of the IACP. Is that right?
That is correct. It's a real honor for me professionally and personally, but yes, it's the first time a college or university section chief has been elected and will serve as president of IACP.
Just briefly, give us a little bit of a flavor of what some of the similarities and yet some of the differences are in that role.
Well, I'm happy to. I had 30 years of municipal law enforcement before I came to the university. The University of Central Florida is located here in Orlando. We have about 65,000 students. We have about 12,000 faculty and staff at numerous facilities, including a medical school, a hospitality school, a digital film school. Wow. So we provide a host of educational opportunities. We're a complete service law enforcement agency on top of that. We run our own 911 center. We do uniform patrol, we do investigations. And then one of the big challenges on every university in this country is special events. So our population on a football game day, which today is homecoming, our population, which is just big normally, swells with people that come in for that football and tailgating experience. So it's a really unique environment to work in. We still do all the basic things that every other law enforcement agency does, but then we add those special events on. And for my personnel, they haven't had a day off in 3 weeks because we've had 3 back-to-back home football games. So while it's exciting, it's a lot of work too.
Now you come in to be president of the IACP, interesting times, both for the IACP and for law enforcement more generally. What are some of your goals for the year as president?
Well, I've set a few priorities. The first one is cybercrime. This is the biggest crime wave we've ever faced. It's not going away, and they're very difficult cases. So what we want to do is we want to try to bring all those important pieces of the puzzle together. I just got done with a meeting with the FBI director and trying to harness those resources, because while we're bound by jurisdictional boundaries, the bad guys are sitting across the world and they're stealing money out of your bank account. They're stealing our technology. Our companies are at risk, our people individually at risk, and we're going to try to come up with best practices of how we can help protect everyone and all our citizens, no matter where you're at.
What are some of your other priorities?
Well, one of the other things that we're looking at is I'm a big believer in trauma care, and what we've seen from active shooter situations, not only here in the United States but across the globe, is we know our officers are going to get hurt. So we need to be able to teach them how to save themselves with first aid and how to save the people they work with, and then try to save some of those victims. The old days of waiting for the medical team to get there 15 minutes later does not work with trauma cases. So we're going to provide our people, and I think law enforcement has to be prepared to step up and handle those medical issues. And we're seeing the agencies are being very receptive.
Well, my final question is, those are big issues, the ones that you're talking about. How important do you think in the 21st century the role of the IACP is in actually helping its members to deal with those issues?
Well, I think as complex as the issues are, without the IACP, the average law enforcement executive would not have the tool kit or the playbook that they need to do their job. The IACP harnesses all those best practices and puts them together in one place for them to use. So if it weren't for the IACP, I think we would be 50 years behind in terms of where we are law enforcement wise. So it's my goal to continue that and to enhance those opportunities, that we can give those agency heads what they need to do their jobs and to protect their communities. And these are very challenging times, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, Richard, thank you very much indeed for taking the time to talk to us today, and best of luck for the new year.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure being with you.